Pipolo and Ryan Aquino.
What's going on, everyone?
Yo.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Classic Angelo. Man of few words.
Not particularly. All right, let's get into it.
It's the last time we'll ever hear that, to be honest. But,
So with it, we are now. It is Tuesday. Oh no, it's Monday, right?
It's Monday.
Monday.
Labor Day's got us fucked up.
Monday, September 2nd, and we are officially 3 days away from the first NFL football game of the season. I'm excited.
Yes.
To say the least.
Yeah. Look forward to this for months.
Can't wait to watch the G-Men. Big Blue.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing about the NFL season is I know the Giants aren't going to be a playoff team this year, and I'm still unbelievably excited. I can't go into a baseball season being excited for the baseball season without the Yankees being good. I've just lived with the Knicks sucking for years, but the NFL doesn't matter that the Giants aren't going to be good.
Let's give them a little recap of this weekend. We had a huge weekend for Locker Room Talk Sports.
Big weekend. So Friday night, I think Pip had a little date over here, huh?
Yeah, I had a hot date. Hot date.
How was
Blonde,
she?
blue eyes, rosy cheeks, plump booty.
How was her personality?
She had the personality of burnt toast.
Okay, or a doll.
Nothing I'm not used
A
to.
girl of little words.
Girl of very few words.
That's not always a bad thing, though.
Tell them what I had to do.
Pip came in last of fantasy football last year, so his punishment was this Friday, and he had to go to Buffalo Wild Wings on a date with a sex doll and sit in a booth alone. And for a lot of it, we were like, wow, he got off so easy by being upstairs, because we were kind of secluded from everyone else. But then families just kept rolling in.
So I walked in.
The jury's still out whether or not he requested to sit upstairs.
Oh, my
He claims he didn't, but we don't.
I believe him.
We don't have the.
First
we don't
off,
have the
first
total
off,
Tyler
information.
just fucked up and putting it upstairs. I don't even know. He should have put his foot down when they asked him, when they said you're upstairs, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so what happens was I had a car come pick me up, the boys. It had like 4 boys in it, and the doll was in there. So that was my first sight of the doll. Man, was she something.
Right away.
I fell in love right away. The worst part about it, honestly, was the fact that we had a park. This is underrated. This is a very underrated part of this. We had a park 2 miles away from the damn Buffalo Wild Wings. I had to walk in the middle of White Plains, which is a pretty busy city, with a fucking sex doll in my hand. I got some looks that I've never seen before in my life. Some people were dying laughing. Some people were looking at me like I had 18 eyes. I mean, I would look at me
in your arm
if I had 18 eyes. The second worst part was walking. First of all, Buffalo Wild Wings, I'm a huge fan of Buffalo Wild Wings, massive fan.
Garbage place.
No, it's
It's
unbelievable.
not garbage. It's just not great.
No, it's
Below average.
It's a great
time.
place. I was expecting Buffalo Wild Wings to be kind of empty. I don't know why.
It was
a
kind of.
Friday
It was
night.
kind of empty.
Friday. No, it wasn't. It really was not empty.
For upstairs, it was.
Upstairs there was our friend
Okay,
group
so what-
and no one else.
So what happens was we made reservations, or my friends made reservations for 12. What was it, 12 guys? And they said, we're going to go in first, and then you have to come in 5 minutes later. So I'm outside while everybody's inside. I'm outside of the restaurant just trying to hide this doll, trying to play it cool I'm on the phone. These little kids are fucking laughing at me. I'm like, oh, this is just awful. And then the worst part about it was walking into the restaurant to talk to the host with a doll in my hand. I go, can I have a table for 2, please? And she just starts looking at the doll. I'm like, yeah, I lost in fantasy football. My friends are upstairs. She's like, yeah, my manager's not going to let you sit down here, so we're going to have to send you upstairs next to your friends. Just go pick any table you want. First of all, you guys flopped by getting the table upstairs. It would have been, it was already bad, but it would have been really bad if I had to sit on that bottom floor. I would have got looks for a whole hour and a half.
She told you to pick any table you want. And you went
Upstairs.
upstairs. You should be like,
No,
listen.
she said, pick any
it's
table I
2019,
want upstairs.
This is my girlfriend, and we're enjoying a nice dinner down here.
Yeah.
That's what it should have been said.
Yeah.
Isn't there a dude wasn't there a post a year ago of this guy who's married to all of his floats in his pool
You can
or whatever?
Yeah, you can technically marry anything.
So yeah, so apparently not the craziest thing in the world.
She ordered, she wasn't very heavy on the drink. She just wanted water, so I gave her water. She drank that pretty fast. I ordered her a nice salad with some grilled chicken, fed her a bit. But then as the night went on, there was not a lot of people upstairs. It was just us and maybe one other table. And then all of a sudden, these fucking tables just started filling up with these little kids, and they're just like asking their dad, like, "What the hell is this guy doing? Like, this fucking freakazoid over here."
So that was the punishment.
interesting.
It was a great night, and then it was followed up the day after with our, the greatest day of the year is fantasy football draft day, and
Pip actually also had to do something else.
Yes, he did.
Pip
We have a
guaranteed
41-second video of him pissing his pants, and I will use it as leverage if he ever tries to cross me, because that will be the first thing that is released on the internet. And maybe that's something for a punishment later. Like, I'll release the video or something like that. Maybe just someone pays me $1,000 and I do it anyways. A little bribery, a little blackmail.
Maybe $5 might not be that expensive.
It might just get me lunch. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it is the hardest I've laughed in a long time. It
was a good time.
Pissing his pants out of nowhere.
Respect to Pip for following through in the penis pants, but
he came through. I give him props.
I'm a man of my word.
still don't love the whole idea of guaranteeing things. I think it's a
Because you don't have a
it's just
set
a
of cojones.
chance to like show that you got bowling balls in your sack.
Exactly.
That's just what it is. It's not, you don't get any personal gain outside of if you're right in your bet, in your guarantee, then it's like, wow, that guy's got a set of cojones.
Also,
it's all
Ryan,
risk, no reward.
Can we
Facts.
talk about?
it's not a calculated good bet. It's just a respect thing.
Can we talk about how? Look, I know I lost the league last year, but after observing the draft board from Saturday's draft, my God, how bad is Angelo's team? It's by far the worst team in the league.
Not bad at all.
It's horrible.
You know how many teams have two top 13 wide receivers from last year?
You have
No, you know how many teams have two top 13 receivers from last year?
one. Yours.
Two. Mine and Morningstar's. So, I mean, I'm just saying my team.
You have
listen,
Saquon Barkley and a bunch of fucking noobs.
You literally couldn't do it yourself.
Stephon Diggs was your second round pick.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs. I like Stephon Diggs this
Pip
year.
did have to join forces.
I joined forces with one of the smartest guys of our generation.
You're literally
Anthony
not
Jadon.
good at something
It's a
so
smart
bad
move.
you needed to
I'm
have
not-
someone come help you. That's
Hey.
how bad you are at this. You need someone else to come help you.
You can say whatever you want. I'm about to take over this league
You're not, because it's not
for
a you
years
thing.
to come.
Because
Every
everyone knows it's
single
Jadz's
For years
team.
to come. It's
Everyone
not
knows
Jadz's
it's
team. It's not Jadz's team.
not
And
your
Jads
team.
will come on
You're
and
going to tell me you would have picked Aaron Jones in the third round?
yes,
No, you
Jads
wouldn't
will
have.
come on this podcast. Every pick that we made, we discussed. We actually got every pick that we wanted.
You tried to get him to draft Tony Pollard in the 5th round.
So we had a mutual discussions.
But you just constantly show you don't know what you're doing.
Angelo's getting defensive because he knows his team sucks.
I don't think my team
Period. End of
sucks.
story.
I don't think
In
my
all
team sucks.
honesty, I'm not a fan of your team. I'm
His
just
team is
I
awful.
usually agree with 90% of your fantasy football opinions, and this year we just
Yeah, we
went
just
our
have different
separate
opinions.
ways.
I'm more a fan of Pip's team than Aquino's team. I think Pip's team is a solid team.
I think Pip's team's very good.
I think it's solid.
What are your problems with my team? So let's just, we're just
I
gonna,
just-
this is going to be dog shit to the listeners if you don't know who we're talking about. Let's all go around and say our teams, okay?
Yeah, I don't think people actually give a shit about our
They
teams.
they do, but now they understand the context.
All right, we'll continue. We'll be brisk about this.
Okay, who you got, Ange?
I have Kyler Murray, Saquon Barkley, Latavius Murray,
Ass.
Brandon Cook, Stephon Diggs, Hunter Henry, Chris Godwin, the Browns defense, and the best player in fantasy football, Will Lutz.
I do like the Will Lutz pick.
Dude,
Yeah,
your
he's
running
not
back 2 is Latavius Murray.
He's literally stepping into the Mark Ingram role. It's been said countless times they do not want to give Alvin Kamara a big workload this year. Latavius Murray is one of the best goal line running backs in the NFL, and plus, we'll go from there. If he's not good, I'll make a trade.
Pip, who you got on your team?
You mean
So-
who does Jads have on his team?
Facts.
Oh my gosh, that's just gonna be a story because now I'm gonna win. But we got Matt Ryan, we got Alvin Kamara, we have Aaron Jones, we have Mike Evans, we have Tyler Lockett, we have Delaney Walker, Marlon Mack, Minnesota D, Mason Crosby,
I like your bench, to be honest.
Christian Kirk, Emmanuel Sanders, steal of the draft. Emmanuel
He's
Sanders,
good, man.
Rashad Penny.
I'm not a big Marlon Mack guy.
Golden
to be
Tate,
honest.
T.J. Hawkinson, and Ronald Jones. T.J. Hawkinson, wish it was a dynasty league. Dude's gonna be Gronk.
I like your team, Pip. I'm going to be honest.
Thank
I think you're a top 3 team. Like
Thank you.
from the draft solely. We never know what's going to happen. You could have anyone could have anyone tear their ACL week 1, and then it's completely different league.
Yeah.
But I do, based on the draft, I like your team. On my
Thanks.
squad, I got Patrick Mahomes, Le'Veon Bell, Austin Eckler, Antonio Brown, Tyler Boyd. I have 3 tight ends, so I'm not even sure who I'm going to use yet. And that's between Jordan Reed, Noah Font, and Eric Ebron. And then at flex, I have Sterling Shepard, but I might go with Devin Singletary, the new running back for the Bills. I love my team. And then I got Bears D and Zerline as my kicker. So,
I mean, I don't have many complaints about Pip's team just because it's Pip. Just that it's Pip. That's my only issue. Pip's going to find a way to blow it. If Jad's going to go MIA for like a day and Pip's going to end up trading away Kamara for like...
For Jordan Reed.
Yeah, for anyone. Aquino's team is good. I'll give you that. I'm never a fan of taking a quarterback early. I know Pat Mahomes is good last year. He scored 400 points. That's a rare thing to do. I just think there's more value to be had in the third round than a quarterback.
I get that. Like I'm not the so biased to Mahomes where I'm like I can't understand how you think that's a bad pick. I just took him because he was so by far and away the best quarterback, and I like barring him maybe getting hurt. I just don't see a scenario in which he's not a top 2 quarterback this year.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. The beauty of it is that it's a long season. Last year we didn't say Cal's team was good, and he had the best team.
And Cal was
entire year
12-0 to start off the year, or something like that.
I don't think he lost like the last game of the regular season.
So before we get into our the meat of the episode, which is going to be the NFL predictions and Week 1 picks, we're going to do our little DM, little shout-outs. We got Ryan's buddy AJ Fitz DM'd us.
Andrew Fitzgerald.
What
a guy. He let's see what he.
Let's see what he said.
And this is in quotes, balls. So thank you.
Unbelievable
Andrew.
shout out,
Appreciate
Andrew.
it.
Thank you for the content.
And then we got one from Ryan Morningstar. This one made me think. This one really made me think.
Oh, we got 2 from Ryan Morningstar. He actually just sent one.
So, Ryan Morningstar asks, if it takes a mile to drop a cherry to break a brick, how long does it take? How long does it take a mosquito wearing gum shoes to cross Lake Victoria?
What does that mean?
I don't know, Ryan. I don't have an answer to that question.
Say that one more time.
So I'm going to go back to it, just in case you didn't catch it the first time. No shame on you. If it takes a mile to drop a cherry to break a brick, how long does it take a mosquito wearing gum shoes to cross Lake Victoria?
Fuck. Oh, first of all, mosquitoes
phenomenal
fly.
Fly. And if anyone has an answer to that question,
Yeah.
you can gladly DM us because we're all ears. At
Probably
this
a
point.
long time to cross Lake Victoria.
Probably.
Wait, Ryan also sent us a live DM while we were recording.
Okay.
He did.
He talked some shit. He said, "Gonna smack Angelo in Week 1 in fantasy. Couldn't agree more. Your team blows." Okay.
And then we got a DM from Tommy Moratori asking us who we think would win in a 2014 matchup between Rhinebeck High School's baseball team and Mamaroneck High School's baseball team. We're not trying to start beef. We're not going to say a whole hour segment.
Rhinebeck, it's not really a discussion.
Well, then I guess fuck me because Angelo's going to hop right into it. But
I mean,
we think
we
think we would win.
Yeah.
They think they would win, and they had a very good team back then too. So I guess we'll never know, but we think we would win that game, and I guarantee they think they would too. Let's just leave it at that. All right?
Yeah, whatever.
So, what are we going to do? What do we got for this episode, the meat of this episode?
So, we got our standings for
we're going to make
the
our
NFL.
picks.
We got the standings in each division and what their record is going to be this coming season. I'm just going to warn you guys, my picks are super boring. There's nothing really about my picks that I think are anything crazy. I just think that a lot of them, this is one of those years where less crazy things are going to happen. Obviously, you have things that are unknown, like Zeke going back to the Cowboys. We don't know where Melvin Gordon's going to end up, but I still think it's a year where less crazy things are going to happen than usual.
I don't know, man. The NFL is just too even, per se, for nothing crazy to happen each year. There's always one or two teams that...
But I can't predict what those things are going to be this year. That's what I'm saying.
Because you don't have a set of cojones. How about you put your balls on the line and make some fucking bold picks?
Okay, well, you'll hear my picks.
Don't worry, guys. Pip will supply you with the bold predictions as always.
I think it's unfair to refer to them as bold predictions as just stupid ideas.
But Pip just usually says things that are so outlandish they don't end up happening, and at the end, the only thing that he can say is, "Well, at least I had the balls to make those picks." And yeah, but you're always wrong, so it doesn't matter.
Very true.
Not true.
Yeah,
couldn't be less true.
What's one bold prediction you've been right about in your entire life? Keep in mind that he makes about one bold prediction every 2 weeks, so that's 26 per year.
Fair.
I'm just not going to answer that question.
Exactly, because you never had one that's been correct.
I do.
Give me a bold prediction that has come
Cooper
correct.
Kupp 2 years ago.
Dude, that was not.
It's not a bold prediction.